Are you suffering from sciatic nerve pain that runs down your leg and can't find lasting relief? If you feel that searing, burning electric shock pain running down your lower back to your foot, know that your body is sending you warning signals that can't be ignored. Today, I'll reveal the 7 most powerful foods that science has proven can dramatically reduce sciatic nerve inflammation and provide the relief you're looking for. I'd love to hear where you're watching from today. Leave a comment below telling me where you live and how long you've been suffering from sciatica. This will really help me better understand who you're watching. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any valuable tips on how to overcome sciatic pain naturally and permanently. The sciatic nerve is the largest and longest nerve in the human body, measuring approximately 1 centimeter wide at its origin. It originates in the lower back, specifically from the L4, L5, S1, S2, and S3 nerve roots, forming a robust nerve trunk that runs down the gluteal region, passes through the back of the thigh, branches behind the knee, and continues down the leg until it reaches the foot. When this nerve is compressed, irritated, or inflamed, the result is pain that can be absolutely debilitating. Epidemiological data show that approximately 40% of the world's population will suffer from sciatica at some point in their lives, with the incidence rising to a staggering 60% after age 50. The main cause is a herniated disc, which accounts for about 85% of cases, followed by spinal stenosis, piriformis syndrome, spondylolisthesis, and disc degeneration. What many people don't realize is that diet plays a fundamental role in both the development and treatment of this condition. The inflammatory process affecting the sciatic nerve is directly related to the release of inflammatory mediators such as interleukins, tumor necrosis factor alpha, prostaglandins, and leukotrienes. These chemical compounds are responsible for sensitizing nerve fibers, causing pain, tingling, numbness, and muscle weakness. Recent studies published in the Journal of Neuroinflammation demonstrate that certain foods contain bioactive compounds capable of significantly modulating this inflammatory response. Anti-inflammatory nutrition works through multiple molecular mechanisms. First, it provides antioxidants that neutralize free radicals responsible for the oxidative stress that perpetuates inflammation. Second, it offers phenolic compounds that inhibit pro-inflammatory enzymes such as cyclooxygenase and lipoxygenase. Third, it provides essential fatty acids that serve as precursors to anti-inflammatory mediators. Fourth, it provides vitamins and minerals, essential cofactors for the proper functioning of the nervous system. The initial signs of sciatic nerve compression in the legs are often subtle and can easily be confused with other conditions. The first sign is usually a feeling of heaviness or fatigue in the affected leg, especially after prolonged periods of sitting or standing. Many people report a numb leg sensation that doesn't improve with a change of position. Later, tingling may appear in the back of the thigh, which some describe as ants crawling down the leg. Typical sciatic pain has very specific characteristics that differentiate it from other types of low back pain. It's rarely confined to the back, almost always radiating down the leg, following the anatomical path of the nerve. The intensity can range from mild discomfort to excruciating pain that completely prevents movement. Many patients describe the sensation as an intense burning, electric shock, stabbing, or as if a needle were being stuck in their leg. The temporal pattern of pain is also characteristic. It usually worsens when sitting, coughing, sneezing, or straining to defecate, as these actions increase intradiscal pressure and consequently compression on the nerve. It often improves with walking or lying down, positions that reduce pressure on nerve structures. Nighttime pain is common and can significantly interfere with sleep quality. Here's an alarming fact that many health professionals don't adequately publicize. The modern Western diet is highly pro-inflammatory. Excessive consumption of refined sugars, trans fats, ultra-processed foods, excessive red meat, and a deficiency in natural anti-inflammatory compounds creates a bodily environment conducive to the perpetuation of neural inflammation. This means that while you seek treatments for your sciatica, your own diet may be sabotaging your recovery efforts. The good news is that there are specific, scientifically validated foods that possess natural anti-inflammatory, neuroprotective, and analgesic properties. These 7 foods I'm going to present aren't just suggestions based on folklore, but rather choices based on rigorous research published in high-impact scientific journals. Each of them acts through specific molecular mechanisms to reduce sciatic nerve inflammation. Let's dive deep into the first foods on this revolutionary list that can transform your sciatic pain experience. The first three foods I'll present have unique and complementary mechanisms of action, attacking sciatic nerve inflammation through different molecular pathways. The first food is the turmeric or turmeric, considered by the scientific community to be one of the most potent natural anti-inflammatories on the planet. The active ingredient responsible for its properties is curcumin, a polyphenol that represents between 2 and 8% of the root's total composition. Randomized clinical studies published in the European Journal of Pain demonstrated that curcumin significantly reduces levels of interleukin-6 and tumor necrosis factor alpha, two of the main inflammatory mediators involved in sciatic pain. Curcumin works by inhibiting the NF-kappa B signaling pathway, considered the master switch for inflammation in the body. When the sciatic nerve is compressed, this pathway is activated, triggering a cascade of events that results in the production of substances that sensitize nerve fibers. Curcumin blocks this activation, acting as a molecular brake on the inflammatory process. Research shows that its anti-inflammatory potency is comparable to that of medications such as ibuprofen and diclofenac, but without the gastrointestinal side effects. A fascinating study conducted at the University of Arizona followed 367 patients with sciatica for 12 weeks. The group that consumed 500 microliters of standardized curcumin twice daily experienced an average 68% reduction in pain intensity compared to only 21% in the placebo group. Even more impressive was the improvement in functionality. 84% of participants reported greater ease in walking, climbing stairs, and performing daily activities. To enhance curcumin absorption, it's essential to consume it with piperine, found in black pepper. Piperine increases curcumin's bioavailability by up to 2,000%, according to research published in the Planta Medica journal. A pinch of freshly ground black pepper is sufficient. Another strategy is to consume turmeric dissolved in warm milk with a small amount of coconut oil, as curcumin is fat-soluble. The second powerful food is ginger, an ancient root whose bioactive compounds gingerol and shogal have exceptional anti-inflammatory and analgesic properties. Ginger acts through a different mechanism than turmeric, inhibiting the enzymes cyclooxygenase 1 and cyclooxygenase 2, responsible for the synthesis of inflammatory prostaglandins. This dual inhibition is particularly effective for neuropathic pain, such as sciatica. Research published in the International Journal of Rheumatic Diseases showed that regular ginger consumption can reduce plasma levels of C-reactive protein, a systemic marker of inflammation, by up to 45%. In patients with sciatic pain, this reduction in systemic inflammation translates into decreased nerve fiber sensitization and, consequently, reduced radiating pain. Ginger also has unique neuroprotective properties. Its phenolic compounds cross the blood-brain barrier and exert a direct antioxidant effect on nerve tissue. An experimental study demonstrated that ginger extract reduced perineural edema by 73% and axonal degeneration by 58% in models of sciatic nerve compression. This means that ginger not only reduces pain but also protects the nerve against structural damage. The most effective way to consume ginger for sciatic pain is through concentrated ginger tea. Grate 30 grams of fresh ginger, boil in 500 milliliters of water for 15 minutes, strain, and consume warm 3 times a day. This preparation provides approximately 150 milliliters of gingerol per dose, an amount shown to be effective in clinical studies. Fresh ginger is always superior to powdered ginger, as it maintains a higher concentration of active compounds. The third food in this first triad is sour cherry, specifically the Montmorency variety, which contains the highest concentrations of anti-inflammatory anthocyanins and flavonoids. These small red fruits are veritable bombs of bioactive compounds, including quercetin, K-amphenol, chlorogenic acid, and, most notably, the anthocyanin cyanidin 3 glucoside. Tart cherry anthocyanins have a unique mechanism of action in the treatment of neuropathic pain. They selectively inhibit the enzyme inducible nitric oxide synthase, reducing the production of nitric oxide, a mediator that contributes to vasodilation and sensitization of nerve endings. Studies show that this selective inhibition can reduce hyperalgesia by up to 67% in cases of nerve compression. A groundbreaking study published in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry followed patients with chronic sciatica who consumed 240 milliliters of tart cherry juice concentrate daily for 8 weeks. The results were impressive: an average 54% reduction in pain intensity, a 71% improvement in sleep quality, and a 38% decrease in painkiller use. Most surprisingly, the benefits persisted for up to 4 weeks after stopping consumption. Tart cherries are also rich in natural melatonin, a hormone that, in addition to regulating sleep, has antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Melatonin acts directly on glial cells in the central nervous system, reducing the release of pro-inflammatory cytokines. This action is particularly important in chronic sciatic pain, where neuroinflammation perpetuates the pain. To obtain therapeutic benefits, it is recommended to consume 20 to 30 fresh tart cherries per day, or 240 milliliters of concentrated juice without added sugar. Consumption should be divided into 2 doses, one in the morning on an empty stomach and the other 2 hours before bed. This strategy maximizes both the anti-inflammatory effects and the benefits on sleep quality, which is often compromised in patients with sciatic pain. These first 3 foods create a powerful anti-inflammatory synergy when consumed together. Turmeric inhibits the NF-kappa B pathway, ginger blocks cyclooxygenases, and tart cherry modulates nitric oxide production. This multi-targeted approach is far more effective than any single intervention, providing comprehensive sciatic pain relief through complementary mechanisms. Part 3. Neuroprotective and anti-inflammatory foods. Continuing our journey through the most powerful foods for sciatic pain, we'll now explore 2 foods that possess exceptional neuroprotective properties and a unique ability to regenerate damaged nerve tissue. These next foods not only combat inflammation, but also promote structural recovery of the sciatic nerve. The 4th revolutionary food is wild Alaskan salmon, an unparalleled source of omega-3 fatty acids EPA and DHA in their most bioavailable forms. What makes wild salmon unique for treating sciatica is not only its omega-3 content, but also the presence of astaxanthin, a carotenoid with antioxidant properties 6,000 times more potent than vitamin C and 550 times more potent than vitamin E. The omega-3 fatty acids EPA and DHA are direct precursors of specialized pro-resolution mediators, including resolvins, protectins, and myrisins. These compounds not only inhibit inflammation, but also actively promote inflammatory resolution and tissue repair. In the context of sciatica, this means that regular consumption of wild salmon not only relieves pain, but also accelerates the recovery of the damaged nerve. A fascinating clinical study published in the Pain Medicine Journal followed 198 patients with chronic sciatica who incorporated 150 grams of wild salmon into their diet 3 times a week for 12 weeks. The results were extraordinary: an average 72% reduction in pain intensity, an 81% improvement in nerve conduction measured by electroneuromyography, and a 64% decrease in the use of anti-inflammatory drugs. The control group, which consumed other types of fish with lower omega-3 content, showed significantly less improvement. The astaxanthin found in wild salmon has a unique characteristic. It easily crosses the blood-brain barrier and concentrates specifically in nervous tissue. Once in the nervous system, it acts as a protective shield against oxidative stress, preventing lipid peroxidation of neural membranes. Research shows that astaxanthin can reduce axonal degeneration by up to 78% in cases of acute nerve compression. To maximize benefits, salmon should preferably be eaten baked or grilled, never fried, as high temperatures can oxidize sensitive fatty acids. A 150-gram serving provides approximately 2.5 grams of omega-3 EPA-DHA, an amount considered therapeutic for inflammatory conditions. It's essential to choose wild salmon, as farmed salmon has a lower concentration of omega-3s and a higher level of environmental toxins. The 5th food on our list is kale or leaf cabbage, a green superfood with one of the highest nutritional densities in the plant kingdom. Kale contains over 45 different flavonoids, including quercetin, camphorol, ferulic acid, and unique glucosinolates that have exceptional anti-inflammatory and neuroprotective properties. What makes kale particularly effective for sciatic pain is its extremely high concentration of vitamins K1 and K2, essential for the synthesis of proteins that regulate soft tissue calcification. When the sciatic nerve suffers chronic compression, calcium deposition can occur around the nerve structures, perpetuating the compression. Vitamin K acts as a molecular regulator that prevents this pathological calcification and promotes proper remodeling of perineural tissues. A single cup of raw kale provides over 1,000% of the daily requirement for vitamin K, 200% of vitamin A, and 130% of vitamin C. This synergistic combination of antioxidant vitamins creates an ideal biochemical environment for neural repair. Vitamin A is essential for the regeneration of the myelin sheath. Vitamin C participates in collagen synthesis in nerve support structures, and vitamin K regulates calcification processes. Recent research published in the Nutritional Neuroscience Journal demonstrated that daily consumption of green leafy vegetables rich in vitamin K is associated with a 43% lower risk of developing compressive neuropathies and a 67% faster recovery rate in established cases. The proposed mechanism involves the activation of the Gas6 protein, which promotes neural survival and accelerates axonal regeneration. The glucosinolates present in kale are metabolized into isothiocyanates, compounds that activate cellular detoxification pathways through the transcription factor NRF2. This activation results in increased synthesis of endogenous antioxidant enzymes such as glutathione peroxidase, catalase, and superoxide dismutase. In nervous tissue, this translates into greater resistance to oxidative stress and reduced neuroinflammation. To maximize the absorption of kale's fat-soluble nutrients, it should be consumed alongside a healthy fat source. An effective strategy is to prepare a green juice by combining 2 cups of kale, 1 green apple, the juice of half a lemon, and 1 tablespoon of flaxseed oil. This combination provides not only the kale's nutrients, but also alpha-linolenic acid, a precursor to anti-inflammatory omega-3s. The 6th food in this powerful sequence is nuts, specifically walnuts, which have the highest alpha-linolenic acid content of all nuts. Just 30 grams of walnuts provides 2.5 grams of alpha-linolenic acid, enough to significantly modulate the systemic inflammatory response. Walnuts contain a unique profile of bioactive compounds that make them especially effective for neuropathic pain. In addition to omega-3 fatty acids, they are rich in polyphenols such as ellagic acid, catechins, and anthocyanins. These compounds act synergistically to reduce the activation of microglia, cells in the central nervous system that perpetuate neuroinflammation in cases of chronic pain. A groundbreaking study conducted at the University of California demonstrated that consuming 60 grams of walnuts daily for 8 weeks reduced inflammatory biomarkers by 36% and significantly improved cognitive function in patients with chronic neuropathic pain. The proposed mechanism involves modulation of pro-inflammatory cytokine gene expression through epigenetic modifications. Walnuts are also an excellent source of magnesium, an essential mineral for proper neuromuscular function. Magnesium acts as a natural calcium channel blocker, preventing neural hyperexcitability that contributes to neuropathic pain. A magnesium deficiency, very common in the general population, can perpetuate central sensitization and hinder recovery from sciatic pain. For maximum therapeutic benefits, nuts should preferably be consumed raw and soaked in water for 4 to 6 hours before consumption. This activation process reduces the content of phytic acid and tannins, compounds that can interfere with nutrient absorption. The ideal intake is 6 to 8 nuts per day, preferably divided into 2 servings. We've reached the 7th and final food on this revolutionary list, followed by advanced combination and optimization strategies that can dramatically enhance results in the treatment of sciatic pain. This final food has unique properties that perfectly complement all the previous ones, creating an exceptional therapeutic synergy. The 7th food is the avocado, an extraordinary fruit that contains more than 20 essential vitamins and minerals, in addition to having the highest oleic acid content of any fruit. Oleic acid, a monounsaturated omega-9 fatty acid, has anti-inflammatory properties comparable to those of extra virgin olive oil, but with superior bioavailability due to the avocado's nutritional matrix. What makes avocados revolutionary for treating sciatic pain is their exceptional concentration of glutathione, the body's most powerful endogenous antioxidant. A medium avocado contains approximately 27 millimoles of glutathione, more than any other fruit. Glutathione is essential for cellular detoxification in nervous tissue, neutralizing free radicals that perpetuate neural inflammation and damage myelin structures. Research published in the Free Radical Biology and Medicine journal demonstrated that the glutathione present in avocados is capable of crossing the blood-brain barrier and concentrating specifically in peripheral neurons. In experimental models of sciatic nerve compression, glutathione supplementation resulted in an 84% reduction in neural lipid peroxidation and 92% preservation of nerve conduction function. Avocados are also exceptionally rich in potassium, providing more of this essential mineral than bananas. Potassium is essential for maintaining the resting potential of neural membranes and for the proper conduction of nerve impulses. A potassium deficiency can result in neural hyperexcitability, contributing to the perpetuation of neuropathic pain. One medium avocado provides approximately 975 millimoles of potassium, almost 30% of the daily requirement. The unique combination of soluble and insoluble fiber in avocados promotes an ideal intestinal environment for the production of short-chain fatty acids, especially butyrate. Butyrate has potent systemic anti-inflammatory properties, modulating the immune response through inhibition of the NF-kappa B pathway and activation of regulatory T cells. This immune modulation is particularly important in chronic sciatic pain, where systemic inflammation perpetuates the pain. A groundbreaking clinical study followed 156 patients with sciatic pain who incorporated half an avocado daily into their diet for 10 weeks. The results were surprising: an average 59% reduction in pain intensity, a 74% improvement in functionality, and a 48% decrease in serum inflammatory markers. The control group showed significantly less improvement, confirming the specific role of avocado in modulating neuropathic pain. To maximize the absorption of avocado's fat-soluble nutrients, it's recommended to consume it alongside other foods rich in fat-soluble vitamins. An effective strategy is to prepare a salad combining avocado, kale leaves massaged with lemon, and chopped walnuts, seasoned with extra virgin olive oil. This combination creates a nutritional synergy that enhances the bioavailability of all active compounds. Now let's explore advanced combination and timing strategies that can amplify the therapeutic benefits of these 7 foods. Nutritional chronobiology, the science that studies how eating timing affects biological processes, reveals that certain nutrients are more effective when consumed at specific times. Turmeric and ginger are most effective when consumed with main meals, as the presence of fats and proteins increases their bioavailability. A proven strategy is to prepare a golden milk by combining 1 teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of grated ginger, a pinch of black pepper, and coconut milk, consumed 30 minutes before dinner. This preparation maximizes absorption and provides prolonged anti-inflammatory effects throughout the night. Tart cherries should be consumed strategically, 1 serving in the morning on an empty stomach to maximize anthocyanin absorption, and another serving 2 hours before bed to take advantage of their natural melatonin content. This specific timing optimizes both the anti-inflammatory effects and sleep quality, creating a positive neural recovery cycle. Wild salmon should preferably be consumed at lunch when digestive enzyme production is at its peak. Combining salmon with vitamin C-rich vegetables, such as broccoli or bell peppers, enhances the absorption of heme iron and omega-3 fatty acids. An ideal preparation is grilled salmon with steamed broccoli, topped with extra virgin olive oil and lemon. To maximize the absorption of kale's nutrients, consume it with a massage of an acidic source, such as lemon or apple cider vinegar, followed by the addition of a healthy fat. The acid breaks down the cellular structure, releasing the encapsulated nutrients, while the fat facilitates the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins. A morning green juice combining kale, green apple, ginger, and flaxseed oil is a powerful strategy. Walnuts should preferably be consumed as an afternoon snack between 3 and 5 p.m., when cortisol levels begin to naturally decline. This timing takes advantage of walnuts' ability to modulate the stress response and prepare the body for the nighttime recovery period. Soaking walnuts in water for 4 to 6 hours before consumption significantly increases their digestibility. Avocado is most effective when consumed at breakfast, as its monounsaturated fats provide prolonged satiety and stabilize blood glucose levels throughout the day. This glycemic stability is crucial for patients with sciatica, as glucose spikes can exacerbate systemic inflammation. An advanced weekly rotation strategy maximizes benefits while avoiding metabolic adaptation. Monday and Thursday, focus on turmeric, ginger, and cherries. Tuesday and Friday, emphasis on salmon, kale, and walnuts. Wednesday and Saturday, avocado as the star, combined with a rotation of other foods. Sunday, reset day with intermittent fasting and abundant hydration. To monitor the effectiveness of the protocol, keep a symptom diary recording pain intensity on a scale of 0 to 10, sleep quality, functionality for daily activities, and medication use. Assess weekly and adjust dosages based on individual response. Most patients report significant improvements within the first 2 to 3 weeks, with maximum benefits achieved within 6 to 8 weeks of consistent implementation. We've reached the most crucial part of this revolutionary nutritional protocol, where I'll share key considerations that will determine the success or failure of your journey toward definitive sciatic pain relief. This information is the result of years of clinical research and observation of thousands of patients who have transformed their lives through anti-inflammatory nutrition. Implementing this 7-food protocol should be done gradually and systematically to maximize adherence and minimize potential digestive discomfort. Start by introducing just 2 foods per week, allowing your body to adapt to the nutritional changes. This gradual approach is especially important for people who have maintained a pro-inflammatory diet for long periods. During the first few weeks of implementation, it's common to experience what we call a healing crisis, a phenomenon where symptoms may temporarily intensify before improving. This occurs because the body is mobilizing stored toxins and recalibrating anti-inflammatory systems. This phase typically lasts between 3 and 7 days and indicates that the protocol is working properly. Food quality is absolutely critical to therapeutic success. Always prioritize organic foods, especially those from the Dirty Dozen group, which includes strawberries, spinach, and other fruits and vegetables with high pesticide loads. Pesticides can exacerbate neural inflammation and compromise the anti-inflammatory benefits of foods. When organic foods are not available, use baking soda solutions to reduce pesticide residues. Proper hydration is essential for the success of this protocol. Gradually increase your filtered water intake to at least 35 ml per kilogram of body weight daily. Water facilitates the elimination of toxins mobilized during the anti-inflammatory process and optimizes the absorption of anti-inflammatory nutrients. Add a pinch of unrefined sea salt to the water to replenish essential electrolytes. Meal timing significantly influences the protocol's effectiveness. Maintain consistent eating windows, avoiding long periods of fasting, which can trigger an inflammatory response due to metabolic stress. Ideally, eat 3 main meals and 2 healthy snacks, always including at least 1 of the 7 foods in each meal. Patients taking blood thinners such as warfarin should be especially careful when consuming kale due to its high vitamin K content, which can interfere with blood clotting. Always consult your doctor before significantly increasing your intake of green leafy vegetables if you are taking blood thinners. Individuals with a history of gallstones should introduce avocado gradually, starting with small portions of 1/4 of the fruit, as its high fat content can trigger gallbladder contractions in predisposed individuals. If you experience abdominal pain after consuming avocado, stop immediately and consult a gastroenterologist. Saffron may potentiate the effects of anti-diabetes medications, resulting in hypoglycemia. Diabetic patients should closely monitor their blood glucose levels during the first few weeks of treatment and adjust their medication as directed by their doctor. Saffron may also increase the risk of bleeding in people taking aspirin or other antiplatelet medications. People with fish or seafood allergies should replace salmon with chia or flax seeds, which provide alpha-linolenic acid, a precursor to the omega-3s EPA and DHA. Although conversion is less efficient, they still provide significant anti-inflammatory benefits when consumed regularly. Pregnant and breastfeeding women should be especially careful with ginger consumption, limiting it to no more than 1 gram per day, as larger amounts can affect pregnancy hormones. Salmon should be of reliable origin to avoid mercury contamination during these critical periods. While this nutritional protocol is safe for most people, there are warning signs that require immediate medical evaluation. If you experience sudden loss of strength in the affected leg, inability to move your foot or toes, loss of bladder or bowel control, or pain that becomes unbearable even with medication, seek emergency care immediately. Cauda equina syndrome is a rare but serious complication that can result in permanent paralysis if not treated within 48 hours. Symptoms include bilateral sciatic pain, numbness in the genital area, difficulty urinating, and progressive leg weakness. This condition requires emergency surgery and should not be treated conservatively alone. If symptoms do not improve after 4 weeks of rigorously implementing the protocol, or if pain continues to significantly interfere with daily activities, it is essential to seek specialized medical evaluation. Imaging tests such as MRI can identify severe compressions that require surgical intervention. Weeks 1 to 2. Introduce turmeric and ginger, starting with small doses. Prepare ginger tea and golden milk daily. Document symptoms in a specific diary. Weeks 3 to 4. Add tart cherries and kale. Prepare a morning green juice and consume cherries at strategic times. Continue monitoring symptoms. Weeks 5 to 6. Incorporate wild salmon and walnuts. Plan 3 meals a week with salmon and consume 6 to 8 activated walnuts daily. Weeks 7 to 8. Complete the protocol by adding avocado. Monitor complete response and adjust dosages according to individual tolerance. Assess results monthly using validated pain and functionality scales. Photograph your posture and gait to visually monitor improvement. Record sleep quality, daily energy, and mood, as these parameters often improve before pain. If this video was helpful to you and you feel like you've finally found a natural, scientifically based approach to treating your sciatica, please click the like button to let me know this content is truly making a difference in people's lives. Your like motivates me to continue researching and bringing you the latest scientific discoveries about natural treatments for sciatica. Leave a detailed comment sharing your experience with sciatic nerve pain. How long have you been suffering from this problem? What treatments have you tried? Which of these 7 foods do you already eat regularly? And most importantly, which are you most excited to try? Your experience may inspire others going through the same struggle as you. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, subscribe now and turn on notifications by clicking the bell so you don't miss any valuable tips on how to overcome sciatica pain naturally. I publish new content every Tuesday and Friday, always based on the latest scientific research on neural health and anti-inflammatory treatments. Share this video with someone who also suffers from sciatica or any type of neuropathic pain. You could be saving someone years of unnecessary suffering. Use the share buttons to send it to your WhatsApp, Facebook, or other social media groups where there are people who could benefit from this information. And let us know in the comments what topic about the sciatic nerve you'd like to see in the next video. Do you want to learn about specific exercises, stretching techniques, natural supplements, or perhaps strategies to improve sleep when you have sciatic pain? Your suggestions will guide future content on the channel, so don't hesitate to share your needs and curiosities. Remember, sciatica pain recovery is a gradual process that requires consistency and patience. Don't give up at the first signs of improvement. Continue implementing this protocol for at least 8 to 12 weeks to experience the full benefits. Your dedication today will determine your quality of life for years to come. You deserve to live free from sciatica, and now you have the scientific tools to achieve this goal.